Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here on night 2 of WCW WarGames Extravaganza. I've gone knee-deep into WarGames. Last night I watched a few of them, and tonight I have pulled out WarGames from Fall Brawl of 1998. I honestly can tell you that I remembered this match. I did mildly forget one thing. I did forget that Goldberg was the champion during this show, and for some reason I had thought that this year's WarGames was for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. But this incarnation of WarGames was to crown the number one contender. And for anybody who asked the questions, why did they not have a WarGames in 1999 WCW? The reason is they fucked this matchup so bad because of the reason they wanted to have all three factions involved in this, with the NWO, the NWO Wolfpac, and Team WCW, that they ended up going with the 3-on-3, and then also at the same time, it's every man for themselves, because everyone wants to be the champion. Maybe not Stevie Ray, but everybody wants that shot at the championship because everybody wants to be the guy to bring down Goldberg. Warning, explicit warning, this match sucks. It is horrible. It is the one and only WarGames featuring Bret Hart. The one good thing about watching this WarGames is this is the year that currently Brian, Vinny, and Craig are doing with the Retro Raw and Retro Nitro reviews. Although they are not at the point of being at WarGames, I don't think they've done the Go Home show yet, but they're close to this one. So knowing what is going on, basically. The NWO Wolfpac asking Ddp to join. Ddp saying that he does not trust the Wolfpac. He does not trust Kevin Nash. And doesn't want to join the group. Hollywood Hulk Hogan not wanting Bret Hart on his team. Even though he could have just kicked him out of the NWO. For some reason he's still in there and he's still loyal to being on the team. He's the United States champion. When you look at the members in here, we have for Team WCW, we've got DDP, we've got Roddy Piper, and we've got the just debuted Ultimate Warrior. For the NWO, it is led by the star-studded team of Hollywood Hulk Hogan. We have Stevie Ray and Bret Hart, followed by the NWO Wolfpac team, which is Sting, Luger, and Nash. As they're making their way to the ring, starting off the match, we are told that on Monday Nitro, they're going to be giving us a huge match, which is Sting versus Goldberg for the streak, for the championship. I know Sting wants to win WarGames. He's in the NWO Wolfpac, but he is Mr. WCW. He is Mr. Tradition. He is the franchise. He is to steal from Shawn Michaels. He is the main event. If it's not for Ric Flair, Sting is the main guy in the history of WCW that means a damn to Tradition in that company. And I know he's going to go out there and he's going to try to win. And if he wins WarGames, I guess he would get the shot at Nitro, and he'd also be the number one contender at Halloween Havoc. But why? Why not just... I know you want people to watch the show and keep people talking, but the people that are going to watch Nitro, you're hoping you're going to watch WarGames. It just took a little bit out of it. We pretty much know that Hogan isn't going to win. We pretty much know the Warrior isn't going to win because of the fact that they're already drawing lines at these guys having the WrestleMania rematch sooner than later in WCW. I mean, that's the reason why Warrior came to town. He didn't last long, so they brought him there for one reason and one reason at all. We'll basically get down to saying the match started with DDP and Bret Hart. This was a random drawing to see who was going to be in there. New rules. The whole thing is fucking new rules. It shouldn't even be called WarGames. But basically, the match can be stopped at any time. The first pinfall, the first submission, which they're actually saying that unlike the Royal Rumble, DDP and Bret being the first people into the match is a huge advantage to them because of the fact that, let's say DDP hits the diamond cutter on Bret Hart and pins him. We have no more match. It's done. It's over. But it's WarGames. Everybody's going to get in there. That's just the way it's going to be. These guys beat the hell out of each other before finally number 3, Stevie Ray, makes his way to the ring. Nobody gave a damn about Stevie Ray being in there. Sting followed Stevie Ray. That being followed, of course, by Roddy Piper, who came to the ring running down there like a madman. I can honestly tell you that with everybody inside of the thing, nothing really happens, honestly, until Hulk Hogan comes out. We have, Lex Luger join the match. Kevin Nash comes out. Nash gets a huge pop with pyro. Nobody else got pyro. Nobody else got, I don't think Nash got his theme music, but he definitely did get that boom firework coming off like an atomic bomb explosion behind him when he came running down. You can tell that Nash is one of the most over guys in the entire company. After Nash is out, before the clock even pops up on the bottom of the screen, he's supposed to wait 2 minutes. I don't know if WCW is noticing that the show is running long and they're just trying to get the match and the pay-per-view over with as soon as possible. Hollywood Hogan, as well as the Disciple, sneak out to the ring, where they get inside of the cage early. They start running around. Hogan has a weapon called the Slapjack that honestly looks like, I don't even know what it looks like, but it takes you a while to even figure out that he's swinging a weapon inside of the cage, knocking fools out. Stevie Ray and Hollywood Hulk Hogan knock out every single person in the cell. Do they cover anybody? Do they try for a submission? No. They just freaking stand there. I don't know if they're waiting because the Ultimate Warrior's smoke goes off. Maybe that they were waiting on the smoke. Maybe that they didn't get it off in time, and that's why you had this weird moment when Hogan's not trying to pin somebody. But finally the smoke shoots off. The ring fills up with smoke. When the smoke clears, it's the Ultimate Warrior, which is actually honestly going back to like 1994, 1995 WCW. It is the Renegade dressed up like he's the Ultimate Warrior. Hogan and Stevie Ray actually beat him down, and the smoke goes off again. When the smoke clears, Hogan's standing there holding the Hulk Hogan jacket. I apologize. Hogan is standing there holding the Ultimate Warrior jacket, but Warrior is nowhere to be seen. The 2-minute bell goes off, and Ultimate Warrior comes running out of the back, running in. The moment Warrior gets in, Hogan sneaks out of the cell and basically locks the door. And he just says, "Forget it. I don't want to win this match. I don't care about the championship shot. I don't want to fight the Warrior. I'm gonna get out of here as soon as I can." Ultimate Warrior goes crazy, thinking that he's not going to get his hands on Hollywood Hulk Hogan. He climbs to the top of the cell and actually breaks the cell door, not the cell door, but actually rips the cell paneling off of the side of WarGames. From the top of there, he jumps out. And you can tell that when he jumps out, it ultimately almost looks like he falls out. He hits the ground. It is not pretty. It is basically very ugly. And he doesn't get up. Once he finally does get up and starts to chase Hogan down the aisle, you can tell that Warrior is really hurt. Really hurt. At this point, basically WCW security breaks up the fight that is going on, and at this point, DDP out of the middle of nowhere, back in WarGames, hits a diamond cutter on Stevie Ray, giving him the pin, 1, 2, 3, and it is said that DDP wins WarGames, where he will now become the number 1 contender at Halloween Havoc to go up against Goldberg, if he's able to beat Sting on Nitro the next night. This was a very bad match. They really screwed up WarGames. It's not meant for 3 teams of 3. It's made for 2 teams of 4, where basically you have to wait till everybody gets in there, and then it's all ultimately every man for themselves. And you know, they're looking for the first pinfall, or actually in WarGames it wasn't even pinfalls. First submission, you have to quit. That's WarGames. So I don't know how I got off on this. I started with WarGames 2000. I went back. I did 95, 96, 97, 98. For some reason, I want to watch the one with the Nasty Boys and the Rhodes Boys. And we'll see if we go back and check that one out. And Classic Wrestling on WWE Network. Peace out, everybody.